I hear voices in my head. They come to me. They understand. They talk to me. You think you know me? Understand. I see clearly. You're ready to go tonight. Understand. I see clearly. I give my all. What do you see? Coca personality. I know your rest. I know your dream. I Coca personality. Eat on my Nobel Prize. Oh shit. No, just brain. You set me free. I hear voices in my head. They come to me. They understand. They talk to me. Oh, let me see. Let me put my poll up real quick. Let me see what you think. Oh, actually, I got it right in caps. What you think about WWE? Oh shit, I don't know how to spell that. Okay, here we go. Elimination. Wait, that's not how you spell it. How you spell elimination? Elimination. I don't know how to spell it. Damn it. How you spell eliminate? Is it L? Yeah, E-L. Oh, wait. I got it. Yeah, here we go. Elimination chamber. Okay. Was it great? Good? Okay? Or I'll give you a third whack. All right, here we go. All right. And then okay. Start poll. Where's the poll? Okay, here we go. Okay. What y'all think about the Elimination Chamber today? What did y'all think about the Elimination Chamber? Me personally, I did not like it whatsoever. Damn it. My bad. I liked it, but I didn't like it. And I'll explain why. As soon as I could find my bag. Okay, here we go. You guys can see this beautifulness? Okay. All right, let's talk about the WWE Chamber. The first match was the women's. It was the women's Elimination Chamber. It was Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. It was Asuka and some new chick from NXT. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get to see the first 10 minutes of that because I was running errands. But I'll tell you this right now. They needed Rhea to win. I didn't really want Tiffany Stratton to win. It's Tiffy time. But it was a good match. No. My bad. It wasn't Charlotte. It was damn. It wasn't Charlotte. I'm so sorry. I'm already giving you guys false information. So let me say this again. Rewind. Okay, so it was Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Rhea, then Io Sky, the girl from NXT, and the one that I wanted to win, Raquel Rodriguez. Which I don't know why they call her Raquel. They just call her Rachel. But anyway, Raquel Rodriguez. I really wanted her to win because she was. I mean, she needs her flowers. I remember when she first came into WWE about 5 years ago, and which guy they need to do something with this girl. I mean, she be killing it. But yeah, which guy? It was a good match. I ain't gonna lie. Um, it wasn't as interesting as the men's, but let's go back on the first one. So the last three. Let's just talk about the last three. Because it was dope. The last three of the match was Rhea, Tiffany Stratton, and Raquel Rodriguez. I really thought Raquel was going to win just because Liv Morgan's already going to face Stephanie Vicker. But at the same time, though, I get what they're going to. I have a feeling that title match is going to be a triple threat match. And I think Raquel Rodriguez is going to win if they go that route. But that match was pretty dope. There was this one spot where what was it? Oh, it was Tiffany. Tiffany was getting she was on top of the ropes, and Rhea was on top of the pod. And Raquel Rodriguez was going to do like I think she was going to do the Tahana bomb, and Rhea just jumps off the pod onto her. That shit was bad. That shit was dope. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end, Rhea lost. I mean, Rhea won. I think it's going to be a good match. Rhea versus Jay Cargill for the women's title on SmackDown. So that just shows right there that if Rhea wins, she's going to SmackDown. So I don't think Rhea Ripley and Io Sky is going to be tag teams anymore. They already lost on Friday to Nia Jax, which is that's my wife's girl right there, and Lash Legend, which is weird because you would think they would have got a rematch for the titles, but I've been noticing WWE don't really do that anymore. If a team loses their titles, they're automatically set for a rematch, just like every other sport besides football and basketball. But like if you lose the belt and you don't and if you got the belt and you lose, that's already an automatic rematch. But like I said, WWE hasn't really been doing it like that. But overall, though, the women's elimination chamber was pretty cool, pretty good. Um, I really want them to do something with Alexa. Alexa Bliss. Um, I ain't gonna lie, she needs to join the Wyatt family, so her and Nikki could go for the titles. Her and Nikki Cross, which is Sister Abigail. Um, it's just so weird that she's not involved with the Wyatt Six. I think it's weird because she was with Bray the last 3-4 years of his. Even when he got fired or released, she was still with him, and she actually made his character better. So I don't know. They need to do something with Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Six. They need to try to put that together because I don't know if you guys remember there was a scene and there was some weeks after weeks that even Uncle Howdy was messing with Alexa Bliss, and then all of a sudden they just cut that whole thing off. So I thought that was weird, but they really need to do something with her. But besides that, I'm glad that Rhea win. We're going to get Rhea Ripley versus Jay Cargill. I think that's going to be dope. That should be a dope match. Two powerhouses going at it for the title. The other one with the big news that everybody's been talking about, it's on ESPN, it's on the news. AJ Lee won her first title in 10 years. She won the Women's Intercontinental Championship belt, which I thought that is dope. Well, okay, I'll be honest with you. I think This is just my personal thinking. I think they should have. This should have been a number one contender match, but as they were going through the history between AJ and Becky Lynch, she actually beat AJ already beat Becky Lynch 3 times. So and pinned her or made her tap out. So in a way, I guess that they are she already earned that number one contender. But I think her winning the belt at WrestleMania would have been better. But something's telling me that she's gonna lose the belt at WrestleMania. I don't know why. Well, I know why, and I'll let you know in a minute. But yeah. Besides that, though, I think that shit was pretty dope that she won the belt. For some reason, the referee, that girl Jessica Cart, I thought that her and Becky Lynch were going to go at it for a second because Becky's been fucking with her lately. So who knows? Who knows on that part? But yeah, AJ Lee, the new Intercontinental Champion, good for her. 10 years without a belt, 10 years without really wrestling at all. So that's cool. Now, match number three, which is I'm gonna give you a reason why I don't think AJ is going to win at WrestleMania. It was Finn Balor versus CM Punk, and I'm not gonna lie, that match was okay. It looked like CM Punk was already running out of gas in the first beginning of it. But to be completely honest, I think CM Punk's going to lose to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And the reason why is because AJ and CM Punk celebrated. And even though I think it would have been better if AJ would have won the title from Becky at WrestleMania, CM Punk's going to lose at WrestleMania. Because now that Seth is back, he's going to fight against the Vision. I have a feeling he's going to fight Logan Paul. So he won't be going for the world title anytime soon. But I could see Seth Rollins fighting Roman Reigns for the world heavyweight title after WrestleMania. But Finn Balor almost beat that fool's ass, bro. Man, that was so dope. If Finn Balor would have won, that would have been interesting. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But overall, though, that match was good. Roman Reigns, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I really want Finn Balor to win, man. He ever since he had to let go of the title, it's just he's been going downhill. Here and there. I mean, they should at least put the Intercontinental title on him or something. But my thoughts, it should go to Pinta for sure. Pinta for sure. But yeah, that match was cool. Like I said, after CM Punk beat him, Finn Balor almost beat CM Punk almost 3 times, and with the coup de grace. So man, that match was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie, but for some reason it felt slow. Like it felt like I feel like Finn Balor carried the match. I think CM Punk got winded fast, and I'm starting to notice that every other match that he's having, he's just gasping already. He's like me, never working out, but yeah, I'm over here going to get a match. And in the first 5 minutes, I'm already winded. Like that's what I seen in CM Punk today. Could be because he probably woke up late or something. But yeah, that match with CM Punk and Finn Balor, that was actually a pretty good match. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but it could have been better. Just like back to Becky Lynch and AJ Lee's title match. That match was pretty slow. It wasn't as good that I thought it was going to be on both of those title matches, but they were still okay for what they were. Um, but I still think though that the CM Punk and Finn Balor one was pretty dope. Before, so before the men's elimination chamber, they so for the past month they've been teasing this box, this big old packet, and they've been teasing somebody might be coming to WWE. Is that box been to Raw, then SmackDown, back to Raw, back to SmackDown? Both of the managers are just saying each other back. So it finally got revealed who it was, and yeah, I'm rolling my eyes on it. Hanson. Now, anybody that knows wrestling, he is a jobber, and a jobber is somebody that takes the bumps. That's the guy that makes the top guys look good. They always lose. They always get messed up. They'll get a good pop, a good crowd reaction, but they're losing the match no matter what. I guess that was Triple H's version of the big mysterious signing. And I was reading the comments live. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are pissed off about that. Like, it could have been Chris Jericho. Shit, it could have been Sting again. But for some weird reason, they chose to bring Hanson. They should have just brought Iguana Man if that was the case. But yeah, that was, and then only that, his pyro was rack. When he came out, it's supposed to be fireworks or whatever. It was a poof of smoke twice. One in the beginning when he came out of the coffin thingy, the package, and then when he went in the ring, it was just a what a little baby smoke. That shit was stupid. But yeah. So he was the surprise guest. Real quick, that shit was dumb. Now the main event, but there was only four matches. So the last one, the men's, which was whoop that Trick Williams, then Logan Paul, LA Knight, Randy Orton, the young OG Javon Evans, and Cody Rhodes. I was going for LA Knight and I was going for Randy Orton. That match was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. That match was dope. I feel like they could have done more, but the only thing that I ain't gonna lie that killed it for me was Logan Paul eliminated three people, like off the bat. Like he eliminated the first three people, half of the people in the match. And for a split second, I thought they were going to give it to him, and I'm like, oh no, don't do that. But yeah, they switched that decision real quick. Seth Rollins ended up coming back and stomped him out, and that's how he ended up losing. So the last three people, it was Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. And there was a guy in a mask that came in, tried to interrupt the match, but all the security and all the referees rushed him. Damn, they rushed. He sounded like a big choo-choo train. But so the mask guy got tackled by the refs and the refs and the guards, the security guards. But then there was another mask guy. I know, for real, they're disrespectful, man. Hold on. Can you at least hear me over it? Okay, it's actually lowing down. Now that shit's annoying. But no, low key though, Seth Rollins, he ends up being him. He ends up gut kicking Logan Paul and giving him a stomp. And when he started taking off the hoodie, I was like, oh, finally. But I ain't gonna, bro. I don't know what's up with Triple H. He's just being too easily predictable. Everybody knew it was going to be Seth Rollins, not just because of the stomp, but the way they kicked him out of the group. You know what I mean? You're weird, fool. We're talking about wrestling. How is that? No, you're stupid. Shut up, right? Anyways, um, I pray for you, bro. That is so relevant what we're talking about, right? Anyways, what you got? So Seth Rollins ends up stomping him, but oh yeah, no, but like I was saying, you can tell they're being so predictable because you can just tell it was Seth Rollins that was going to end up doing that. That was going to end up. I remove this fool's comment. What an idiot. Um, you can just tell because the way they kicked him out of the group. You know what it reminded me of? What they did to Edge with the Judgment Day. They kicked the OG out and they try to keep the young people together. But so yeah, so it was Seth Rollins gave him the gave Logan Paul the stomp. 1, 2, 3, he's eliminated. But then, literally, after Logan Paul ends up getting eliminated and the referees help him get out of the chamber, guess who comes? Drew McIntyre ends up coming in and trying to mess up the whole damn pay-per-view match. He ends up clocking Cody Rhodes with the belt, and then he tries to claymore him, but Randy Orton ends up RKO him. He pops up, and Randy Orton tells Cody Rhodes to do the crossroads. After after Cody Rhodes does the crossroads to Drew McIntyre, guess what happens? It never fails. Randy Orton RKO the shit out of him. 1, 2, 3. My boy Randy Orton is not playing. He's trying to catch up to John Cena. I give Randy Orton this just because John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar, those four came together. Brock Lesnar isn't retiring anytime soon. It doesn't look like it. Randy Orton don't look like he's retiring anytime soon. John Cena and Batista already left, which is weird because Batista should have stood in WWE. He should have thugged it out. But whatever, he wanted to be a movie star. Look at how that's going on because his movies are like low budget stuff. But um, Randy Orton ain't playing this year. He's trying to catch up to John Cena, and Brock Lesnar doesn't have that much title reigns, but he has long title reigns. So I don't see anybody uh, getting close to John Cena except for Randy Orton. So I think Randy Orton is going to. He's serious. He's either going to break. He's either going to break John Cena's record, or he might tie with the record because you got to remember Ric Flair was a 14-time champion. Randy Orton is real close to John Cena, and John Cena, he the last run that he had was luck, but I get it. They did our respect. Um, but yeah, I see Randy Orton catching up for sure, for sure. Um, within this between now and 5 years, by 2030, he'll be caught up to John Cena for sure. Let me see. What type of noodle are you? Pho or ramen? Well, I don't know. I like both. But yeah, so Randy Orton ends up winning the pay per view. Oh, end up winning the Elimination Chamber. So now we're gonna have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Hopefully, between now and WrestleMania, they don't make it a triple threat match, or anything like that, because we still got Jacob Fatu in the mix as well. So we got to see how that goes. See, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? What's up with the personal questions? Uh, yeah. So I mean, it was. My thoughts on the pay per view, it was good for only being 4 matches. It was good. Some matches could have been a whole lot better, the title matches, but overall, um, yeah, it was a good pay per view. I give it an okay good. You know what I mean? So I mean, it was good. It was a good show. It could have been a little better. That stupid surprise. They should have never even done that. Um, I think that's one of the biggest fails so far from Triple H. To be completely honest, I really think that they messed up on that. Why they couldn't get Chris Jericho is beyond me. Um, I'm trying to think who would have been a good surprise for that stupid box. I don't know. Damn, Chris Jericho. Yeah, there's no big pops right now. Maybe Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega would have been dope, but shit, that would be cool if it was Dean Ambrose. Woo! John Moxley. That would have been that would have been dope. Um, but yeah, Elimination Chamber. It was all right. It was all right. It was good. It could have been a whole lot better. I give it in between okay and good, to be honest. But yeah, that's what happened at WWE Elimination Chamber. That's my recap. And like I said, I'm glad that Rhea won. So now we get the dream match of Rhea versus Jade. And then, congrats to AJ becoming the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Good job to CM Punk retaining the title. Now we keep that dream match with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And let's see what happens with Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. But my thoughts overall, it was okay. It was good, but it could have been better. Uh, WWE sucks. You like AEW? Or you one of those TNA? I ain't gonna lie. A lot they're not sponsored, or unless you're like subscribed to them. New Japan Wrestling's been kicking ass lately. Um, yeah, they've been. I mean, even AEW's been like kicking ass too. Um, yeah. What do you guys think about Floyd Mayweather fighting against Pacquiao, number 2? I thought Tyson was supposed to fight Mayweather, but I guess it's Mayweather and Pacquiao. What do you guys think of that? I think that's interesting. Pacquiao versus Mayweather. And you know what's messed up? I don't care what anybody says. Pacquiao won that first fight against Mayweather, just to let y'all know. But it is what it is. Um, yeah, man, I'm trying to think who would be in that stupid crate box. That would have been funny if Jake Paul, Jake Paul was in that shit. That would have been funny. Ah, but yeah, it was all right. It was okay. It says WWE sucks. Well, I'll let you know right now. A lot of people are not giving Triple H a lot of credit because he's still new at this. I get it. It's a new era. The Netflix era. A new era. Every 6 months, it's a new era. Oh, he's trying to make that 2 word salty now. But to be completely honest, though, um, he's doing all right for being the first 5 years. You gotta remember, he barely took over. Not even 5 years, off and on for 5 years. Because you gotta remember, Vince McMahon just barely sold the company. He barely left. Oh yeah, speaking of Vince McMahon, Well, you guys have you guys seen his crash that they put online? Yeah, his stupid crash. Oh my god, back of my ear. Oof. But yeah, what you call it? Yeah, that was a funny crash. And then he tried to lie about it like an idiot. Oh, I haven't drove this car in years. This car's too damn fast. Well, why in the hell are you even driving it, fool? Vince McMahon, he's a fool. Are you that shoe nada guy? What's that? The shoe nada guy. I say that a lot. Well, probably I am. I used to have an old YouTube channel back in the day, so I wouldn't doubt it. But now I I talk about wrestling. I do little Bible studies. Um, just try to uplift my community's just uplifting. You know what I mean? We try to uplift everybody. You know what I mean? Well, I'm glad you guys thought it was okay, but like I said, WWE that Triple H is messing up, but I can't talk my trash against him though because he's still learning. You know, he's still building. You know, he got Michael P. Hayes from the Freebirds, and you know that's their Pat Patterson. You know, they got the dude that used to work with Vince McMahon, Bruce Richards, Brother Love. So I mean, yeah, it's just wait, whoa, wait. I just saw your name. You're not the you're not the real Bob Lazar, are you? No, you're not. That's fake. You're not the real Bob Lazar. You thought I didn't know who that person was, huh? I know who Paul Lazar is. He's the guy that used to work at Area 51. He was on let me see. Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing, man? MG Gamer. That's right. How you doing, man? God bless you. We're just talking about WWE Elimination Chamber, man. Very disappointed, but at the same time, though, it was okay for what it was. It could have been better. And it's not even saying that it's the wrestler's fault. It's just a lot of the camera angles were off. Um, it was just like a whatever match. You know what I mean? Whatever pay per view. Um, it is what it is. Ooh, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, Seth Rollins, bro. I knew it was him. I don't know if you caught me earlier saying this. You know what the Vision storyline reminds me of, especially when it comes to Seth Rollins? It reminds me of what happened to Edge on Judgment Day. How he recruited all these youngsters, and then all of a sudden he gets his ass kicked out of the group. When I first saw that with Seth Rollins, it gave me straight out Judgment Day vibes when I first seen that. Oh, okay, okay. You're a Seth Rollins guy? All right. Oh, burn it down. Heck yeah. I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. Do you think we'll ever get a proper Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the title? Because I'm telling you right now, Roman Reigns is winning at WrestleMania. He's going to win. There's no doubt about it. Um, I just don't see CM Punk winning. And I'm a big CM Punk guy since he became in the WWE back in '09. I've always been a fan of him. But he's not going to win against Roman because what I see WWE doing is how Roman was undefeated for 3 years with the Undisputed title. I think he's going to be Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion for 3 years also. Because if you really think about it, you got the Usos that are on the Raw technically. They have the tag team titles. Oh, speaking of, real quick, not to change the subject, but you saw how they took Jay Uso on every commercial? They took him off every commercial. They said that he's been getting drunk during interviews. The last ESPN interview that he did yesterday, or I think it was earlier today, he was all drunk and faded. They're saying that they don't have no faith in him no more. And now I'm starting to see it now because they took him off all the commercials. Seth Rollins' opponent, it will be, well, I would say Braun Breaker. Definitely, it would probably be Braun. What's the other one? The Tribal Thief. But now because it's only Austin Theory, and now that it's only Logan Paul. It's going to be Seth Rollins and Logan Paul for sure. Unless man, why am I forgetting that fool's name? Not Braun Breaker, the other one, the Samoan dude. The Tribal Thief. Yeah, Braun Breaker, he's injured. Bronson Reed, that's his name, Bronson Reed. It won't be Bronson Reed for sure. So I would say, you know, they could make it a handicap match, like how they did Randy Orton versus Ted DiBiase Jr. and Cody Rhodes. So it could be Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul and Austin Theory. That would be a good WrestleMania match. I mean, shit, they got 2 nights, so might as well, you know. So I think that's going to be Seth Rollins' opponent for sure, Logan Paul. But they might make it a 2 against 1, which I don't expect nothing but that from Seth Rollins, anyways. Yeah, because I don't. But hey, who do you think is going to fight Brock Lesnar? That's what I want to know. Who in the hell is going to step up to Brock Lesnar? Yeah, for sure. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul for sure. Brock Lesnar, we already know it, versus Oba Fani. Bro, you know what? I never knew who Oba Fani was until he fought Moose from TNA. Ever since then, I've been on the Oba Fani train. Like, that boy's bad. And you know what's sad? Is that his gimmick, that was supposed to be Apollo Creed's gimmick. But he started sounding like, I am Wakanda. All of a sudden, he was Nigerian, and like he faked it out. They really messed up Apollo Creed big time. Yeah, I am an Nigerian prince. Like they messed that up. They really tried to do a Black Panther thing, but Oba Fani, he's the real deal. That boy's bad. That boy's bad. I think he might fight Brock Lesnar, but there's a lot of reports saying that that won't be Oba Fani. I just don't see who else is going to be. He ain't going to be Bouncy. He ain't going to be the young OG. I definitely know he ain't going to be Trick Williams. Trick Williams versus Brock Lesnar. That'd be funny. Yeah, I don't know who would fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Who the hell would fight him? That's a good question. I wonder who's going to take on Brock Lesnar's challenge. Huh. I would have really. Well, no. Yeah, I was gonna say Solo, but it would just be like another Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe type thing. Um, yeah. Oval Fanny's the only one. I would have really loved to see Jacob Fatu versus Brock Lesnar for sure. I would have loved to see that. Um, but they're fucking, and that's another thing too. They're messing up. They're messing up Jacob Fatu's character. How are you gonna come from the MNT for being Solo, Solo's right hand man, the most dangerous wild Samoan? He becomes United States champion. They slow him down. Then he's cut off camera. Don't see him in 6 months because of an injury from Drew McIntyre. And now he's losing to Logan Paul? Like, really? Why in the hell is he losing to Logan Paul? Oh, that irritates the shit out of me. And to be completely honest, all love for Randy Orton, but it should have been Jacob versus Drew. To be honest with you, that's the match it should have been. But I don't know because I like Jacob Fatu since day one. That boy's bad. That's a Samoan that I would not mess with. And he reminds me of the Samoans that I grew up with in Long Beach. When I used to live in Long Beach, we used to live with a bunch of Samoans, even in the city of Bellflower. So, oh man, they're really messing up his character big time. Um, what else? Yeah, so WrestleMania is going to be a good card, I guess. We got well so far as we know, we got Brock Lesnar's Open Challenge. We got Orton versus Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. We got the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Rhea Ripley versus Jay Cargill, and Stephanie Booker versus Liv Morgan. We still got into a whole month of March until April to see what's going to happen with WrestleMania. And you got to remember they got 2 dates, five matches each. So, man, I would really love to go. I've been wanting to go to WrestleMania since last year. I want to go this year because it's not far. It's in Vegas, but another WrestleMania is going to pass me by. That's the one thing I want to do. Like that's one of the things I've been wanting to do. The last time I went to a WrestleMania was WrestleMania 2000 when they were at the Anaheim. That was the last time, and I used to go to Raw all the time, and they were in LA because the tickets were cheaper. Everything was cheap. Now it's you gotta at least save up 3 checks for 2 people. Sad. I only do security. I don't make that much money. All my money goes to my bills, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to switch a couple title matches. Um, I'm pretty sure the Usos are going to defend their titles. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs. So I mean, hopefully Triple H can do like a little NWO thing where he gets all the Samoans together. Oh, they'll be running WWE so bad. That's something I want to see. The whole Samoan dynasty just come together and take all the titles. Something that's never been done before in WWE. So that was something that WCW messed up. That was something that they should have done with the NWO, but they didn't even do that. So, anyways, that's my review of WWE Elimination Chamber. What do you guys think? I hope you guys had a good pay per view. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. But that's my review. It was okay, good. Definitely could have been better. But until then, you guys have a blessed night. I just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts on the pay per view. I haven't done that in so long, especially on a live video. But I'll be going live later for sure. Like in a couple, let's see, what time is it right now? It's 11 o'clock on the dot drop. So I'll probably be back live like around, let me see. So like around 1 o'clock, I'll be live. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. All right. We give some prayers, little Bible study, whatever we can do. Just talk about some. All right. And don't miss my interview with Carl. All right. Until next time. Thank you guys. God bless you guys. Ciao. Oh.